We are just about 9 miles from downtown Manhattan as EA Sports brings you to MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Chicago Bears. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. 22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Dances by him. They go play action here on first down. Flushed out right. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now Trubisky on first down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Tremaine Johnson that time there to force the incompletion.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Second and 10 now. It's Trubisky. Forced out to his left. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
I think we should put a stopwatch on that one. You talk about having all day to throw the football, able to scan the field, find someone open after a long time. Big-time credit to the offensive line for protection. That's what we used to call throwing out of the rocking chair.
Let's go.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Here's Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
So on fourth down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Back deep here, Andre Roberts. And it's taken in at the 9. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Jets will take over first and 10. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, first and 10 at their own 23.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
On first and 10, Darnold got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another first and 10. A first down throw, Darnold. And his throw here is incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Now it's Darnold. Hauled in by Anderson, left side. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 43. Darnold to throw again. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
And play. Like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now let's go. Blue landed.
Here's Darnold now on 2nd down. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
A first carry for Elijah McGuire. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Boy, CD Mack, just from day one, he's looked so good in a Bears uniform, literally and figuratively. And some Raiders fans watching this saying, oh, I wish we had him on our team.
Yeah, just about every Raiders fan saying he looked a lot better in silver and black. Why don't we still have him? But in Chicago, immediately comfortable.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And now look at him go. Touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard, 57 yards. And the Bears have taken the early lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. Parkey with the extra point. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So the football going back over to the New York Jets. Want to assess this past season, 4-12. And don't get mad at me, Jets fans, but that's now double-digit losses and a last-place finish in 4 of the last 5 seasons. So why are you laughing?
I'm laughing how you tried to keep the Jets fans from coming after you when
trying to be nice.
Recited what was going on there.
They're a passionate fan base, new coach coming in. What do they need to change, Charles?
Well, the last 2 head coaches have been defensive-minded guys, Rex Ryan to Todd Bowles. Both of them had their pockets of success. Bowles almost went to the playoffs. I believe his first year as a coach. Rex Ryan went to 2 AFC championship games, but they haven't been to the playoffs since the 2010 season. I would expect an offensive-minded coach to take over with Sam Darnold as their young quarterback.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Now Darnold. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
On first down, it's Darnold. Got an open man. It's a known one. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
From the 50, it's Darnold. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Well, a reminder to everyone out there, coming up soon, the NFL Club Championship event. Now, there are a handful of those club events that haven't been determined yet, but eventually there will be a representative from each of the 32 NFL teams. It's about $700,000 worth of prize money, and it's all going to take place live on Twitch every day at 3 Eastern, noon Pacific, starting January 30th and running through February 2nd. Don't miss it. Now, he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And a nice gain at 21 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Dancing to his left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Brandon Copeland. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. And Robinson with a big catch. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, 43 yards. And the Bears will add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Andre Roberts now to return it. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Okay, partner, got to fit in some Super Bowl chatter here. We're going to have New England and the L.A. Rams, 2 teams that had to go on the road and win their respective conference titles.
And think about this. The Patriots, who went to 8 straight AFC championship games, back in the Super Bowl yet again, yet they believe they're the underdogs and feel like the whole world is against them. How did they get to adopt that posture? But it's working for them.
And remember, by the way, the Patriots, their first Super Bowl win was against the Rams back in their St. Louis days.
So a lot has changed for the Rams since then. And the Patriots, consistently the most successful team in the NFL. This is going to be fun.
Back to throw, Darnold. He'll rifle this one deep right. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Robbie Anderson, 77 yards. And the Jets get the quick strike touchdown. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football still have to be played. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. For the Chicago Bears, Charles, as kind of the dust settles on this season, how do you think that they will remember it? Because right now, the fresh wound is there with the missed field goal. We get that. But it's a pretty good season they just had.
It certainly has been. Remember, they were last in the NFC North in 2018. They won the division in 2019, their first NFC North title since 2010. They acquired Khalil Mack to begin the year. And remember, they had a heartbreaking loss at Green Bay on a Sunday night to open the season. A lot of teams would have gone south after that. Instead, they went 7-1 at home, won 9 of 10 to close the year. They're going to be heard from in the seasons to come.
He's going to let this one go deep. That's caught inside the 20. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 76 yards.
Let's go.
Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Jordan Howard as the first half is winding down. And the Bears will extend their lead. Parkey adds the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Darnold. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And instead, they want to throw it off play action. That one's complete to Tomlinson. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. A final shot before the break. Darnold rolling to his left. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here, as we are off to Orlando now. Time to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
Let's see if that script is a good one for him. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 30 yards there. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, Darnold. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On 2nd and 10, Darnold sheds off the tackle. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A good pickup there, a 22.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Set! 3-19! 3-19!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Leonard Floyd coming with pressure. He drops him on the blitz for a loss of 12. On 2nd down, Darnold. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. To throw is Darnold, and he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Khalil Mack. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. To throw on 2nd down is Darnold. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 12. And the return will stop right around the 25. And by the way, I need to pass along a reminder that our ladder for the Madden Challenge tournament is still open in MUT Drafts until February 11th. And the prize pool for the Madden Challenge, folks, $190,000.
And who wouldn't want to participate in something where you could get a piece of $190,000?
That's what I'm wondering.
Get in, get it done. Let's have some fun.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Finding Gabriel complete. Look at the dance and the juke. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. He got 29 yards that time.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Now Trubisky lost the football, and the Jets have recovered.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Here's Darnold. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Darnold now to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Anderson. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. To the air again, Darnold. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Jermaine Kearse, 41 yards. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
Here we go.
Again, Darnold feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you're trying to throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Now Trubisky on 1st down. Steps away to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Looking deep downfield. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Trumaine Johnson. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you think maybe just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. They'll go with a keeper. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Sam Darnold taking it in. And the interception by the Jets D leads to a touchdown. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. Now whistles and a timeout signaled here by the offense, and that's their first of this second half. The extra point now coming from Myers. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. Here's Myers now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now.
It got his man complete. Trubisky hitting Robinson for a big one. 41 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Flush to his right. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. Trubisky with the give to Howard. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard punching it in from a yard away. And the Bears will add on to their lead. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, a nice spin. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35, but make it the 40-yard line.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Darnold. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's got Curse. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Darnold. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now Darnold. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. He's at the 30. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. He was looking for a Nunwa there.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Trubisky will throw, buying time to his left. Keeps himself upright. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Henry Anderson able to run him down for a loss of a yard.
Like the footwork back there, and I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. They go counter with Howard. It's Steve McClendon that time who winds up getting him down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Throwing now is Trubisky. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
One last throw now for Darnold. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is because, let's face it, in most cases,
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the Carolina Panthers. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. On first down, Breeze. Over the middle to Smith. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain of 39 that time. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Now Breeze. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. Traquan Smith, 39 yards. And the Saints have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he's... That's the 25-yard line. So Newton and the Panthers come up now first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. No doubt it was a good season for McCaffrey. Finishes sixth in the league in rushing the football over 1,000 yards, but how about what he did in the pass game?
Imagine if he just focused on one or the other, the kind of numbers he could put up. Instead, combining fantastic season. Over 1,000 on the ground, over 100 catches in the air. This guy can flat out do it all. And if they weren't worried about injury, he'd return punts and kickoffs as well. He's a dynamic player.
And those 107 catches, an NFL record for a running back. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. They'll try the air now with Newton. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
3rd and long, it's Newton. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. On 4th down, Newton. And this is caught. He hits Moore. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last...
The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. The Saints say they have it, and they do. So The defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Here's Breeze. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Attention shifting back to Carolina as they come onto the field, and you talked about it earlier. They started 6-2. Everything was looking good. Then 7 losses in a row in 2018. Besides Cam Newton retooling and not maybe running as much, what else needs to happen in Carolina?
I have to start with Cam Newton and his running because they've wanted him to run the ball less in recent years. But what's that expression that Cam used? A lion's got to roar. Running the football is a part of me, and it allows him to feel like he's part of the game. Well, they've got to be more judicious about that. He just has to get healthy because he was throwing the football better than he ever had in his career. But I do think the injury changed everything for Carolina because when he couldn't make the throws necessary, it really hurt them moving the ball downfield and put a lot of pressure on their defense.
They go play action here on first down. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter. The Saints with an extra defensive back here on third on the field.
Could they blitz?
Newton now to throw. This is caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a and he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Cam Newton, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Gano the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right?
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Being chased out left. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
That's caught. It's Thomas. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. After the run, Newton going to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Demario Davis in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal, option right. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. And Godot's kick is right through. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. A field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal. They snap it to Newton. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So that will wipe the 6 off the scoreboard.
And you talk about dampening a celebration. That's a touchdown pass that's going to be called back because of the penalty.
Breeze now on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. With that ball hitting the ground, let's take a spin around the league real quick. Last week we discussed the head coaching vacancies. There were 8 of them. Well, a lot of those places have already found new coaches, Charles. Some old faces in new places. Bruce Arians in Tampa Bay. Adam Gase staying in the AFC East, jumping from Miami to the Jets. And how about some of the new fellas?
Yeah, how about Cliff Kingsbury? He went to USC to be the offensive coordinator after losing his job at Texas Tech. Ends up being the head coach of the Arizona Cardinals. Freddie Kitchens gets the job in Cleveland, gets the promotion. Vic Fangio finally getting his shot to be a head coach. He's going to Denver. And Matt LaFleur, he's going to work with Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay.
That leaves us with 2 remaining spots, Cincinnati and Miami still searching. A gain of 32 that time.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care. Guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody has that ability, they want that.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Now Newton on 1st down. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll dump this off to his running back McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Now Newton. And he floats one there, incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. And it's 3rd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. They will go for it. Now Newton. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Newton on 1st down. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Demario Davis in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. From the gun, here's Newton. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. And a great return position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
In a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage. It often falls back on special teams, and that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 46. Throwing is Newton. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Newton finding Funchess for the Panther first down. On first down, Newton. He's going to float this one deep right side. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Hey, left, 28 left. Here we go.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Breeze to throw on second down. Pass incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Breeze. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up fourth down. Here's Thomas Morstead now. And now before they run this fourth down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They do go for it. It's Breeze. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. When you're on your own 1-yard line like they were, oftentimes you're thinking just run on any down, get some space there. They elect to throw it. It cost them.
You get the sense that they were banking on the element of surprise, right? Everyone expects you to run it there. Let's take a shot. Let's throw it. Try and create some space, some room. And it went awry, didn't it?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. They can't tackle. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. The Saints say they have it, and they do. And at this stage in the game, sure, you wanted a touchdown. You're already in the red zone, but, boy, you squandered a chance to at least get the field goal there, so no points out of this, and we stay tied.
Very disappointed team. No one more disappointed than the kicker who thought he had a chance to be the hero of the day. All they had to do is trot him out on the field. They didn't even give him the opportunity.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. He's got room to run past the 20. He's at the 50. The 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 91 yards. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. So their backs were against the wall, deep back in their own territory, and they run it all the way down into the end zone.
For an offensive team, doesn't it? Because, let's face it, it's really not a surprise that they're going to run the ball in that situation. Backed up that close to their own end zone, usually do call running plays, trying to be safe. Instead, it turns into an electrical run, a bolt for your team, and off he goes to the races.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Newton. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Demario Davis in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Newton to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And some space here. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he's got this down to the 35. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Play action, it's Newton. Over the middle, complete. It's Moore. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now a first down throw for Newton. Forced out to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Alex Anzalone in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Out of the gun, Newton. And he's got it. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And we are tied at 14. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here, and they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Ready, yellow lady.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Stays on his feet. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
Sammy!
Now Breeze on 3rd down. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Dontari Poe in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be 4th down. The Saints do snap it. It's Breeze. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. On first down, it's Newton. And this one complete right side to Funchess. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Dancing to his left. Open space inside the 10. Touchdown, Carolina. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice game.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is now 21-14. Gano out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 26. From the gun, it's Breeze. And it's hauled in by Ben Watson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going.
Touchdown, New Orleans! In for the score. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now Newton on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. They go play action here on first down. Demario Davis able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. A shotgun snap for Newton. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Here's Newton. Funchess with a catch over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Newton. Can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. That is incomplete. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
The Panthers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Here's Newton. Steps away to his left. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Nice solid game there, partner, but the clock is starting to become his enemy.
Absolutely. Every second right now, more and more precious as it ticks. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
180.
They snap it to Newton. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Throwing is Newton. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. Back to throw, Newton. Is caught by Funchess. That one goes for 24 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. After the run, Newton going to throw. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal. Newton to throw. That's caught at the 3. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. It's the fullback finding the end zone on the game's final play. And the Panthers have broken our tie as they take the lead. And with the lead, no chance of a return spoiling this one here on the PAT. The extra point is good, and on the final play of the game, they walk away with a victory. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.